Hey everybody, it's Suzanne and I'm checking in with this week's video blog. It is September 4th, 2012 and this marks my 55th week post-op, and to this date I have lost 115 pounds and I'm working on the last maybe 15 or 20. Well, since I last checked in, I've had a couple of things happen that have not been very pleasant, but it has been a teaching episode, to say the least. I experienced for the first time dumping syndrome, and not the sugar kind. This was the second degree dumping, and I'll explain what second degree dumping is. The first degree, just to let folks know, is when you have something sugary and the blood sugar shoots way up and then it shoots way down, and then you have that feeling of shakiness and the cold sweat and all of that. Well, that's kind of like hypoglycemia, but worse. Well, the second degree dumping is what happens when you don't chew up your food really well and let it pass gently into the small intestine and work its way, on through. What I did was I had an apple with salt. I had been, sweating a lot during workouts and getting a lot of muscle cramps, and I thought, well, when I eat this apple, I am going to put salt on it and see if that will kind of help, eliminate some of the muscle cramps. So I ate the apple. I ate it too fast. I didn't chew it up really well. And what happened is it went through the pouch and it went into the small intestine where it kind of sat there. And your body pushes water to the small intestine to try to help move it along and break it down and send it on its way. It sort of exploded and puffed up like insulation foam in the small intestine, and it kind of sat there. And my thing was thinking, before I realized what was going on, is I need to drink some more water. And that just added, to the water, and it just distended everything even more. So my husband got on the internet and he kind of typed in the Google searches, and he typed in exactly what was happening to me. And he came up with a physician who talked about the various degrees of dumping. And this physician said, if you're experiencing this is the kind of pain you're having. If you remember the movie Alien, where the man is having the alien pop out of his chest, that's the level of pain that you are experiencing. And it's the reason you're having this pain is because you have not chewed your food and you rush things along too quickly. Well, that's what I did. I had not realized that I was eating this apple so quickly that and not chewing it up and giving it time to kind of work its way, on through. Needless to say, I had 6 hours of this rolling, racking pain. I would not want to have anybody go through that kind of pain ever. Even my worst enemy, I wouldn't wish on that person. But I experienced it, and so now I know what not to do. So I can tell you, all day long, be sure to chew your food and don't rush things along. Chew, chew, chew. And until you actually go through it, you're not really going to understand the level of pain. Maybe you will. I've had food poisoning. This was 10 times worse than food poisoning. I can't even describe it. And even though it's been a couple of weeks after the incident, I still have this area in where I would kind of guess my small intestine is, this kind of pain. It's like my intestinal tract has been bruised somehow, and I have to be real careful. Even now, after I eat, not to eat too quickly, not to, overtax things. If I stick with like really soft foods and, and the kind of, bland, untextured type food, I'm okay. I really am. But hamburger meat, pork chop, or, something like that, if it's even just a little slightly bit textured or heavy textured, it plays around with my stomach or my intestines. I'm not really sure which it is. So I would caution people who've had gastric bypass surgery, if you are tempted or you're not paying attention and you eat too quickly, this could possibly happen to you, and it is a very, very unpleasant thing to happen. And I went almost a whole year, really, without having any of that happen. And then it hits. And when it does, I don't do things halfway anymore, apparently. This was just huge, 6.5 hours worth of pain. As a matter of fact, it woke me up. I had gone to bed and was just trying to, let it pass. And when it stopped, it woke me up, and it's like, oh gosh, relief at last. So I learned a lesson. I won't do that again, and have sworn off apples of any kind for a while. I don't feel like I need to have an apple or salt for a long time. So that was that. Everything else is going fine. I've invested in a $4 jump rope, and still trying to get that in as some of my cardiovascular exercise. Still seeing my personal trainer. We are seeing each other probably 2 days a week instead of 3. Just because the schedule hasn't worked out for us to, see each other steadily for three days a week. But we're going to try to get back on track with that. I work out on my own if I don't get to see her, and that's been fine. I go and do my exercise routine, and then when I do work with Brandy, what it is I tell her what I've done, and it's usually some kind of cardiovascular stuff, and then she does weights, or we kind of mix it up. So it's working out really well. I am probably in better shape than I've ever been in my whole entire life, and it works. I can go upstairs. I can do all different kinds of things and not be completely exhausted by just very simple activity. Writing lessons are going really well. I am truly enjoying that. It's really therapy for me. I go and I spend time with Odie, and he's a super patient horse, and we've I think we know each other, and he's real sweet and very patient. And Holly is a really great instructor. She also is very patient, and the two of them together working with me, it's been a really wonderful experience, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And whenever we do get to shoot the last video of my journey for the Medical Minute, it will be I'll be a professional writer by then. So we're still working on filming that for the hospital. They have been following me for a whole year, and so when they catch up with me again, I will be further along, and perhaps made my goal, or close to it. Let's see, what else? That's pretty much it. There has not been a whole awful lot going on. Just, keep on keeping on. And, trying to stay, motivated and try to, keep everything on an even keel. Some of the stresses of work and just life in general, that can always mess with how you want things to go, particularly weight. And it fluctuates really a lot, especially when you get toward the end there. Your weight will kind of bounce along for a while. And so I'm working on that. I'm trying not to, be too obsessive with the weight scale, and getting on it and seeing it fluctuate, 2, 3, 4 pounds, and just try to keep on track and, keep with the regime, the program, and keep moving forward. If you stumble and fall and it doesn't quite work out the way you had anticipated, you can't be too obsessive with that. You just have to keep moving forward and never look back. And after 113, 14, 15 pounds, it's that little bit that I do want to lose is going to be the most difficult. And I'm ready for it. I mean, it's not going to defeat me, and I'm not going to let, a little setback here and there, just ruin the whole thing and just give me carte blanche to, just throw it all away. Not after all the investment, not after all the money, not after all of the, the tears and depression and sadness and everything. I'm not going to go back. And I'm enjoying everything. Just the way life is going. It doesn't solve all your problems. Nah, it doesn't solve all your problems, but it does help you be alive and get your life back and give you the freedom that you otherwise would not have. So that's really the most important thing that I'm focusing on now. And it has been a good year. And the future is going to be even better. And now I can kind of begin to concentrate and think about the plastic surgery. Actually, that's more intimidating to me than the actual bariatric surgery. But I have some problem areas that I want to address. So, now we start talking to my surgeon about that next step. That's the next thing I want to have done. And some people rush right into having plastic surgery, and I don't want to. I want to kind of wait. There is some areas that I want to take care of, and so I have to plot and plan and figure out how to, afford to do that, because that is like another huge expense. And so, we just start saving and, seeing how we can manage financially to do that. So that would be my next step, my next goal. But while I'm waiting for all of that, I can continue to, be in the best shape I can be in, lose as much weight as I can, and just enjoy everything the way it is right now. And and I am feeling really good about everything so far. And everyone in my family has been very super supportive. My husband in particular is really happy for me, and we're all pulling for the same thing. So we're doing really well. So, having said that, I will close, and perhaps the next time I check in, I'll have some news, and we can talk about. If you want to, send me an email here or on Facebook if you're following on Facebook, and ask me. I am I'm available to answer any of the questions like any of the other people here on YouTube are. We are available and will answer any question that you have, regardless of what it is. But feel free to ask any questions. So until next time, everybody stay safe, and I will see you all next time. Thanks.